Hey everybody, Dan here with Thin Feather for Outfitters. The 44 Magnum is a super large round that requires, in many cases, in terms of handguns, super large handguns. And that's what we're talking about today. Here I have the Smith & Wesson Model 69. They call this the Combat Magnum. And over here we have the Ruger Super Red Hawk Alaskan. Just a beast of a revolver. And the Magnum Research Desert Eagle chambered in 44 Magnum, so let's do it. Double action. The Smith & Wesson Model 69 is a fine revolver. It's a 5-shot 44 Magnum built on the L frame. Now they make some larger ones with a larger frame. This is a medium-sized frame, so it offers 5 rounds in the cylinder. This model has a 4¼ inch barrel, a rubber grip. It is not a heavy revolver compared to the Ruger Super Red Hawk Alaskan. This is not a heavy revolver, but it's a nice revolver. If you look at the sight, it has a ramped piece there, a front sight, and an adjustable rear sight. Sometimes they call those goalpost sights, but you just align that and pull the trigger, and you are good to go. Double action, not too bad, but the Smith revolvers really shine with the single action pull. That is really something. Push, open, release. The 44 Magnum is handled well with this. They call it the Combat Magnum. This has been around a long time. It's a Model 69. They make them a little bit smaller, but I like this one with the 4¼ inch barrel. Just a beautiful looking revolver with that matte stainless finish. The Ruger Super Red Hawk Alaskan is just a beast. Just a huge revolver. Now, this is available in 44 Magnum and 454 Casull. I've talked to owners of both. They love them. Now, what we have here with the push button cylinder release is a 6-shot 44 Magnum, and it handles it very well. Take a look at that beefy top strap. It is super heavy. A big but short barrel revolver with a 2½ inch barrel. You can see the way the steel just shrouds around the barrel. It locks up in 3 separate places. Also has a rubber grip that will cut down on the recoil. Slight finger grooves when you fire this. It is really something. The hammer is huge. Check that out. And then when you pull that trigger in double action, it's not bad. Much like the Combat Magnum, the single action, you just can't beat a single action revolver. Very light trigger pull. A serrated black ramped up front sight, and once again the goal post, which is often nicknamed with the rear sight, is present there. It is adjustable, but you look at that beefiness, and that's what you want when you have the 44 Magnum. Huge round. Most of the time you need a huge gun. This is also available with a longer barrel. I chose the 2½ inch just because I like the beefiness of it. You look at the frame and how thick it is, even on the top strap up here. It is just built so different than the Model 69 Combat Magnum, but both handle the 44 Magnum really well. This one a little better. Just handling them side by side, I could just feel the difference in weight, and that makes a difference. Definitely not least is the Magnum Research Desert Eagle. I have a fondness for these. I just love them. And in 44 Magnum, it has an 8-round single stack magazine. It also is a very heavy semi-auto handgun. Now you look at the bolt right there, it's kind of AR-ish, and then it has a 6-inch barrel, all steel frame, rubber grips. It is single action with the thumb safety right there that is ambidextrous. This one is in burnt bronze, and Magnum Research makes these in many different forms, many different colors. They have a build shop there that They can pretty much produce whatever you want. But it does have this rail here. I know a lot of people, they really enjoy putting an optic on these, and I understand why. The single action trigger pull breaks right around 4 pounds. It is such a nice pull. It is single action only, so basically you charge it and just pull that trigger. For a big semi-auto handgun like this, to have such a light trigger pull is so smooth. Now this one handles the 44 Magnum the best out of the 3 I showed. In terms of recoil, it just doesn't kick you back as much. However, with this model, you have to have a stronger load to cycle that heavy slide.
All right, so that's what I expected. Should have got a heavier load here.
So you've got the frame that's all steel, you have the slide that's right here, and then the barrel separate. So it comes off in 3 separate pieces, and it's just a beast of a handgun. 8+1. That's no joke, and I understand why people hunt with it. Those are my 3 44 Magnum firearms. Let us know what you have, and we'll get the conversation going in the comment section. Once again, Dan here with Fit Feather for Outfitters. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.